श्री गुरु गौरी बिहारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी चूक की जय। नित्य लीला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्री श्रीमान भक्ति वेदांता शरणानी गुरुश्री महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्री श्रीमान भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्री श्रीमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान के गुरुश्री महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र सत्य श्री श्रीमान भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। शिला भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबू जी महाराज की जय। शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबू जी महाराज की जय। श्री श्रीनिवास श्यामानंद प्रभुत्राय की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास सब स्वामी की जय। प्रेम से को श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री विटाग्रहण शिवाश्री गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्रीअंत भी मायपुर श्रीमंत भी कौल भी जानू भी मोडा झूमर भी गुजराती नवदीप धाम की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नरसिंह भगवान की जय। भक्त श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। चार संप्रदाय की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समगत भक्त वृंद की जय। शशि गौर प्रेमानंदे। Today I'm going to sing another song for Nitai because we're on the Nitai series. So I'll sing page 62, Ananda Kanda by Sri Radha Vallabh Das. Ananda Kanda Nitai Chanda Aruna Nayana Karuna Chanda Ananda Kanda Nitai Chanda Aruna Nayana Karuna Chanda Karuna Pura Sakale Jura Karuna Pura Sakale Jura Hari Hari Dhani Bol Re Hari Hari Dhani Bol Re Natakaranga Bhakata Saham Natakaranga Bhakata Saham Vividha Bhasa Rasataranga Ishata Hasa Madhura Bhasa Ishata Hasa Madhura Bhasa Sagane gi modolare Sagane gi modolare Patita Gaura Japata Gaura Patita Gaura Japata Gaura Dina Rajani Ananda Gaura Prema Ratana Kuriya Jatana Prema Ratana Kuriya Jatana Jaga Jane Karudan Re Jaga Jane Karudan Re Kitana Maja Rasikara Kitana Maja Rasikara Jai Chankanaya Giridiraja Braja Vihara Rasa Vidhara मधुर मधुर गान रे धूली धूसर धरणी उपारा धूली धूसर धरणी उपारा कबहू लुढ़ाता प्रेम गारा गारा कबहू चलाता कबहू खेलाता कबहू चलाता कबहू खेलाता कबहू आता हास रे कबहू आता हास रे कबहू से कबहू खेला कबहू खेला कबहू खेला कबहू फूल का स्वर विभेद कबहू लंबा कबहू जाम्बा कबहू लंबा कबहू जाम्बा कबहू देगा श्वास रे कबहू देगा श्वास रे करुणा सिंधु अखिल बांधु करुणा सिंधु अखिल बांधु कलिजुगातमा पुरनाईनु जगतलोचना पतला मोचना जगतलोचना पतला मोचना नीता पूरलाश रे नीता पूरलाश रे अंधाया धामा दिन दूरा जाना अंधाया धामा दिन दूरा जाना प्रेम दाने करलो मोचना पावलो जगत केवल वंचिता पावलो जगत केवल वंचिता हे राधा वल्लभ दास रे 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 आनंद कांद निताय चंद अरुणा नायना करुणा चंद करुणा पूरा सकले जोड़ करुणा पूरा सकले जोड़ हरि हरि धनी बोल रे हरि हरि धनी बोल रे हरि हरि धनी बोल रे हो निताय 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 Gora hai, Gora hai, Gora hai, Gora hai. Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Thank you.
Dandavat Snandini. Last week I promised to tell you whether you were a Chakravarti bird or a Chakora bird. But actually I got myself more confused because there's a Chakravarti bird, a Chakora bird, and a Chakravarti Chakora and
Chitaka bird, no?
Chitaka bird. And then I found one more this morning in Ujvala Nalamani. So I'm really confused. So anyway, you're one of them. So that's the main thing. Thank you. Are you coming back at the end, or do you want someone else to sing at the end?
Is it at 2 o'clock?
Probably more like I can WhatsApp you when we're on the last speaker.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Nandini.
Thank you.
Vanchikapa Trupischa, Kripa Sindhuevacha, Patitanam Pavanabhya, Vaishnavabhya Namanaha, Om Gyan Tiramdasya, Gyanjana Salakaya, Chakshurmilitamina, Tashme Shri Guru Namaha. Trinadapi Sunichana, Tarodapi Sahishtuna, Amanina Manadena, Kitni Sadahari, Tatenukampam Susamik Shamano, Bunjayatma Kitam Vipakam, Hitvak Vakubir Vididam Namaste, Jivatayo Muktisa, Dayabak, Vachavigam, Manashakoravigam, Jivavigam, Budura Pastavigam, Itam Vigam, Yovishahete, Dira, Savamapiman, Pridvim, Sasishat, Anya Balasasa Sunyam, Yang Kamadiana Vitam, Anukalenya Krishnu Shilanam, Bhakti Uttama, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadata, Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Dandavat pranams, my dear devotees, fathers and brothers, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, second cousins, daughters, sons, and nephews and nieces. Beautiful to see you today, wherever you are in the world. When I came on a little bit early, we actually had someone in from California. I was like, what are you doing? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning there. Anyway, she was trying to finish all her rounds, and she was going to stay, but I think she got a little tired. But it is beautiful how our lovely, sweet family of Gurudev can come together from all parts of the world every week and feel more connected to Gurudev by feeling a connection to him through each other. And that's really the aim of the program, is to feel a heartly connection with the Gurudev, to intensify that by connecting to the beautiful Pushpanjalis of our illustrious and wonderful family. So today we have a wonderful lineup. It's India and America today. We'll be going firstly to Delhi for Sriman Sanjay Prabhu, and then we'll stay in India for Srimati Savita Didi, and then we'll speed across to New York, or I think it's actually New Jersey, for Sriman Rajiv Lochandas, and we'll finish up in Florida in Alachua, just to the south, Sriman Shamasundara Prabhu, and so it's a beautiful lineup. As you know, I like to tell you the time of the day in terms of our programs, because our goal has always been to do 64 programs, Pushpanjalis to Gurudev, starting in the fourth quarter of last year, lasting all the way to the end of 2021, in this 100th appearance here of Srila Gurudev. And so today is our 36th program, which means once we finish today, we're at 1:30 in the afternoon, if the 64 programs were a day. And because I know that you're so excited to hear what the equivalent is in the day of Brahma, I shall share that as well. The equivalent, if you work in terms of the day of Brahma, is that we're at the 8th Manu, and we're at the 62nd Chatur Yuga in the Satya Yuga, and we're 1,296,000 years into the Satya Yuga. Sanjay, if that didn't make any sense to you, don't worry. It doesn't make much sense to anyone else either, but it makes people smile. We have a couple of announcements. I'm going to hand over to Yashadari, who will make an announcement and also introduce our first speaker. Have a beautiful program, everybody, and yes, and share our hearts. Haribol.
I should learn how to mute for unmute myself. Dandavad pranams, everyone. So we've got a couple of announcements. I think Yashodananda Prabhu is going to do one right at the end of class. Or do you want to do that now as well for Waltz Kirtan Day? You can make that decision up when you want. But there's two other announcements that I want to make because so one of them is in India, Sriman Vijay Krishna Prabhu, I think, who came last week or the week before to our program, was explaining how Srila Gurudev spent his whole life, or at least the latter part of his life, in delving into the books and translating the books, of all of our Guru Varga. And he spent years and years and years and put so much effort into putting these books out. And Gurudev himself said that once I am not physically here, these books will become very, very precious to you, which they really are, because they're non-different from Srila Gurudev and the Guru Varga. So to help with the to help increase the amount of books that are being distributed, but not only that, but to acknowledge what books to go to for what certain reasons, Vijay Krishna Prabhu has put on a 2-week festival on Zoom where they're going to be explaining each book of Srila Gurudev's and explaining the essence of them all, what particular topics there are, so that you're interested. And actually you also know, we also know, I say you also know, like I know all of Gurudev's books, but we all know what Gurudev had put into these books. And for us as practicing sadhakas and disciples of Srila Gurudev, we should know what he has put so much effort into writing. So they're going to be a mixture of all of his Hindi books and his English books. And from what I've been hearing, there's going to be live translation for English speaker, for those that want to listen in English. I will find out more information. I'll pop it into the WhatsApp group. So that actually starts tomorrow starting from tomorrow for 2 weeks, which is 3:30 England time, 8 p.m. India time, and then everyone can work out the in-betweens of UK and India according to where the location is. So that was the first.
Where do we get the URL? Where do we get the Zoom link from? Oh,
so I'll send it in the WhatsApp groups as well, so that everyone can join for those that want to. And also it will be live on Facebook, which is the Fond Memories of Srila Gurudev, which is the Indian equivalent to this program. So you can find that on there as well. And then the second announcement that I want to make quickly is that as we approach the glorious Guru Purnima, and we are me and myself and Yashodananda Prabhu were thinking about what we wanted to do for Guru Purnima. And Gurudev's personality, as everyone's been hearing from these classes, is that he always embraced everyone, no matter where they're from, what guru they had, and he would always be accepting of that. And also he encouraged all of us to do that. And we were thinking how to please Srila Gurudev, and we thought if we have a session where we can invite the other disciples of other gurus to come and speak about their Gurudevs for Guru Purnima, that would be amazing. So we decided to do a 64-hour live global glorification, as we did for Srila Gurudev's 59-hour global glorification. But this will pan across all the sanghas of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada's 64. So we are asking devotees from Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, to Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, to Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj, to cover. We've identified about 14 acharyas that we would like, but we obviously are happy to include more if we might have forgotten some. So that's the other program that we're going to be doing. So it's going to be exactly the same, 24. Well, it'll be 24 hours of the day. We're going to be starting on the 22nd of July at 8 a.m. UK time, and it will take us all the way through to Guru Purnima on the 24th of July, possibly taking us into the 25th of July, depending on what the length is. We've got a lot of work to do. So if you're feeling encouraged, motivated, or know someone that can come and glorify their Guru Parampara, please let us know. Flyers and the videos are coming out soon, so just keep an eye out that. But we just wanted to tell you about it now. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our next speaker because I've taken so much time. Actually, I feel a bit embarrassed speaking in front of or introducing this speaker, because I'm actually really, I feel a lot of gratitude, and I feel a lot of gravity when I sit or hear from the next speaker, our first speaker. He is someone that has not only dedicated his life to Gurudev and our Guru Parampara, but he's physically helped all of them in seva. And now he's a wonderful, wonderful preacher. And if you ever get to hear his Harikatha live, you would feel very close to those, our Guru Parampara, not just Srila Gurudev, but the entire Guru Parampara. And he holds the Chaitanya Charitamrita very close to his heart, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada's Vani very close to his heart, which is non-different from our Gurudev's Vani. So with that introduction, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Sriman Sanjay Prabhu, to come and speak some memories of Srila Gurudev. Dandavat pranams, Prabhuji.
Shall I start?
Yes, please.
Guruve Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Stadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tada Bhaktaya Namo Namo Vishnu Padaya Shiro Prabhunath Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Tinamini Namo Vishnu Padaya Acharya Singha Rupine Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Tinamini Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jai Rup Sanatan Bhatt Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatt Das Raghunath He Chai Gosain Kari Charan Vandan Jaha Hiti Vignanash Abhishta Puran Nityananda Namastubhyam Premananda Pradayine Kalo Kalmashnashaya Shri Janva Pate Namo Jai Navadeep Navapradeep Prabhava Pashand Gajayita Singha Sonam Sankhya Japasutradhari Chaitanya Chandro Bhagavan Murari He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute Tapt Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Bhaktya Vihina Prad Lakshay Khiptasya Kamadi Tarangamata Kripamai Tvam Sharanam Prapanna Brinde Namaste Charanar Vindam Yam Pravajantam Anupetam Apeta Krityam Dvaipayano Virahaka Taraya Juhav Putreti Tanmay Taya Tarvo Bhinedu Tam Sarva Bhuta Hridayam Muniman Tusmi Tavaivasmi Najivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tvam Naima Charanantike Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I would like to offer my unlimited Dandavat Pranams to the lotus feet of my spiritual master, Nitya Prishtam Vishnupad Ashtotarsha Srimati Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And then I offer my unlimited Dandavat Pranams to the lotus feet of Nitya Prishtam Vishnupad Ashtotarsha Srimati Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. And Nitya Prishtam Vishnupad Ashtotarsha Srimati Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. To all Rupana Guru Parampara, with his personal associates, all glories to Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, along with Shri Gaur Nityanand Prabhu and Shri Radha Gopinath. And then I offer my Dandavat Pranams to all the devotees, those who are speaking about Srila Gurudev, those who are listening about Srila Gurudev. I am feeling so fortunate that I have got chance, this opportunity to speak something about Srila Gurudev. So I want to thank our Shripad Yashodanandan Prabhu, our Shyam Sundari Didi, Yashodri Didi, and other devotees. So now, since many months, we are hearing the glories of our beloved Srila Gurudev. I don't have anything special, so I just want to remember few things which is really close to my heart. Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, just before his disappearance, he once said that the re-establishment of the innermost desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the aim and object of our sadhan bhajan and even of our life. So our beloved Srila Gurudev, he actually dedicated his whole life to reestablish this innermost desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this innermost desire of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. So I just want to remember few things regarding this, that how simply he has done this great service to our Sampradaya, to all Rupano Guru Parampara. How simply he has done this great service. Actually, his whole life, from the very beginning, his whole life was fully dedicated to re-establish this innermost desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And even each and every word of his Harikatha was fully dedicated to re-establish this innermost desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. And how simply he has done that. Once I remember, I think Shripad Yashodananda Prabhu also might remember that once our Brajmandal Parikrama was going on, and Srila Gurudev took the whole Parikrama party to Madhuvan, where Dhruv Maharaj has performed his great austerities. So Srila Gurudev took the whole Brajmandal Parikrama party to that place, and he spoke the whole pastime about Sri Dhruv Maharaj, that how Sri Dhruv Maharaj performed his austerities. Even that time he was a child, but still he performed very tough and great austerities, and Lord Narayan became pleased and he appeared in front of Sri Dhruv Maharaj and he gave many benedictions to Dhruv Maharaj. So in this way, Srila Gurudev, he spoke this whole pastime about Sri Dhruv Maharaj, that how he got benedictions from Lord Narayan. So when he is supposed to finish his words, he said quite strongly and loudly, he said that, oh, we have come to this place and we have heard the glories of Dhruv Maharaj. We will pay our obeisances to the lotus feet of Dhruv Maharaj. We will pay our obeisances to this holy land. We will give so much respect to Dhruv Maharaj. But we will never follow the ideology of Dhruv Maharaj. We will never follow the ideology of Dhruv Maharaj. We will only follow the ideology of Brajvasis, and among them we will follow the ideology of Braj Gopis, and especially in Braj Gopis, we will only follow the ideology of Roop Manjari, how she served Shri Radha and Krishna. So that was actually his mood. Always he used to speak about this Rupanuga and Raganuga. One more time, I remember that our Brajmandal Parikrama was going on, and Srila Gurudev took whole Brajmandal Parikrama party to Mansarovar. And this Mansarovar is a very near and dear place to all Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So Srila Gurudev took whole Parikrama party to that place, and he spoke very nicely and with very deep mood that how Srimati Radhika, she got man and she left Ras and she came to that place, and she was feeling so much separation for Krishna, and she was crying and crying and crying, and by her tears that Mansarovar has appeared. So in this way Srila Gurudev was glorifying Srimati Radhika, and he said that Krishna then came to that place, and Krishna was trying to please Srimati Radhika. He was even giving his head, offering his head to the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika to please her. So in this way Srila Gurudev said, he spoke all this pastime about Mansarovar, and again when he's supposed to finish his words, he said again quite strongly a very heart-touching thing. He said that, oh, those who think or say like that, first we have to remove all our anarthas, and only then we will be able to hear this kind of sweet pastime of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. Those who say or think like that, they should not come to me. They should not come to me. They should go and take bath in the Mansarovar so their anarthas can remove. They should not come to me. So, but at the same time, he also clarified that at the same time he said that it does not mean that we can become a gopi in only one night. We have to perform sadhana and bhajan, like how Shri Rupa and Raghunath Goswami, they performed their sadhana and bhajan. We have to perform our sadhana and bhajan like Shri Rupa Goswami Pada, and only then we should have desire to have that Braj Prem in our heart. But that was his mood. Each and every time he used to re-establish this innermost desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that was his speciality. That was the speciality of his Harikatha. That was the speciality of his words. Each and every word of his Harikatha was fully dedicated to re-establish this mood of this innermost desire and mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, there is very deep Siddhanta behind Srila Gurudev's word. What he said in Mansarovar, that those who say or think like that, first we have to remove all our anarthas, and only then we will be able to hear this sweet pastime of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. There is very deep Siddhanta. Once he said, Srila Gurudev in his Harikatha, once he said that who is actually Rupanuga? He asked the question to all the devotees, those who were present there. He said that he asked to all the devotees, who is Rupanuga? Who is actually Rupanuga? If someone is following the instruction which is written by Shri Rupa Goswami Pada in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, is that person Rupanuga? So devotees were answering. Then Srila Gurudev said that a person who is following the mood of Shri Rupa Goswami Pada, which he described in Utkallika Vallari especially. This Utkallika Vallari Granth is full of the mood of Shri Rupanuga, Shri Rupa Goswami Pada in the form of Shri Rupa Manjari. He is praying and asking to the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika to forgive her service. So this Utkallika Vallari Granth is full of Rupanuga mood. And in one verse, Shri Rupa Goswami Pada is saying that Athva mam kimnu dushanam vat Vrindavan Chakravartino Yuv Yor Gun Madhuri Nava Janam Unmadyatiha Kam Nava. He is saying that in the mood of Shri Rupa Manjari, in his Rupa Manjari mood, he is asking and praying to the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika to give her service. And in the commentary of this verse, Shri Baldev Vidyabhushan Prabhu has clearly mentioned that Ramme Vastuni Ramyasya Lobho Vastu Ramyattu Hetu Iti Bhava. if a person who is having so many worldly desires, if a person, his heart is totally impure, that person can also have that greed to hear, to serve Srimati Radhika and Krishna in Braj. Although his heart is totally impure, he is having so much anartha, aparadh, but still that person can have that greed to serve Srimati Radhika and Krishna. Then Srila Gurudev said that Shri Baldev Vidyabhushan Prabhu is clearly mentioning this in his commentary of Shri Utkallika Vallari. But how one can get this greed to serve Srimati Radhika and Krishna? How it is possible without hearing this sweet pastime of Srimati Radhika and Krishna? How it is possible to get that greed in their heart? So that's why I'm speaking this sweet pastime of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. So Srila Gurudev clearly mentioned that Baldev Vidyabhushan Prabhu has clearly said in the commentary of Shri Utkallika Vallari that yes, it is totally possible even for a conditional soul. He is not saying about transcendental soul. He is saying about conditional soul, that a person who is having so much anartha, aparadh in their heart, that person can also have that greed. So Srila Gurudev said that that's what I am doing. That's why I am speaking this kind of sweet pastime of Srimati Radhika again and again. Once I remember, just before Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhu's disappearance festival, Srila Gurudev came to Vrindavan from Mathura, and at the evening, just before the day of Shri Rupa Goswami Pad's disappearance, I think in the year of 2007 or 8, so Srila Gurudev came to Vrindavan from Mathura, and at the evening time he spoke some Harikatha in Shri Rupa Sanatan Gaudiya Math. And in his Harikatha, he said that, oh, nowadays I am traveling to all over the world. He said that nowadays I am traveling to all over the world, and wherever I am going, I am speaking the pastime and teachings of Dhruv Maharaj. I am speaking the pastime and teachings of Prahlad Maharaj and something from Brihad Bhagavatamritam. But actually, wherever I goes, I always try to speak something about Rupanuga and Raganuga mood, because without speaking Rupanuga and Raganuga mood, how our preaching will be success? Srila Gurudev said that without speaking this Rupanuga and Raganuga mood, how our preaching will be success? And he said that that is the specialty of my preaching. Wherever I goes, I usually speak the pastime and teachings of Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, something from Brihad Bhagavatamritam, but still, whenever I got opportunity to speak something about Rupanuga and Raganuga, Bhakti and mood, I always try to speak, because except that our preaching will not be success. So that was his mood. That was his mood. He always tried to speak, and he clearly mentioned that yes, it is totally possible for a conditional soul to have that greed, because Shri Raya Ramanand Prabhu, as we all know, I think, Shri Raya Ramanand Prabhu, who is Rasacharya of our Sampradaya, that Raya Ramanand Prabhu is also clearly mentioned that Shri Krishna Ras Bhavita Mati Kretam Jadi Kutopi Labhyate Tatra Lolyam Api Mullam Eklam Janma Koti Sukirtir Na Labhyate. And when Srila Gurudev used to explain this verse, he used to say that, oh, one can get Krishna Bhakti if he is having lots of Sukirtis. One can get Krishna Bhakti, but one cannot get Braj Bhakti without having that greed to serve Srimati Radhika and Krishna. And then Srila Gurudev said that he always used to say like that when he used to explain especially this verse. He used to say that how Rukmani Devi, she got a greed for Krishna. How even Dwarka's Mahishi, they got this greed for Krishna, because Shri Rukmani Devi, she used to hear from a Brahmin about Shri Krishna. So without hearing this sweet pastime of Srimati Radhika and Krishna, it is impossible for a devotee, for a sadhak to get that greed. That's why I am speaking this kind of sweet pastime of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. So that was his mood. Each and every word of his Harikatha was actually fully dedicated to reestablish this Braj, to reestablish this innermost desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One time he was in Mathura, and on the Narsingh Chaturdashi day, the appearance day of Lord Narsingha, everybody followed that day by fasting, and our many devotees, they were speaking Harikatha about Sri Narsingha Dev, and the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj. So in this way, Srila Gurudev was also spoke something at the morning, but at the evening time when he came downstairs, then he spoke the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj in brief, and he spoke how Prahlad Maharaj, he pleased Lord Narsingha, how he performed his austerities. So in this way he spoke the pastime of Sri Prahlad Maharaj, and when again he supposed to finish his words, he asked to all the devotees. He said that today we are fasting. Why we are fasting? Why we are celebrating this day, this appearance day of Lord Narsingha? We want to please Lord Narsingha. Why we want to please Lord Narsingha? If Lord Narsingha will please to us and he want to give benediction, what benediction should we ask to Lord Narsingha? He asked to all the devotees, Srila Gurudev. Then devotees again they were replying to Srila Gurudev. And then Srila Gurudev said that, oh, I want to make it very clear that today we are trying to please Lord Narsingha. And when Lord Narsingha will pleased and appeared in front of us, we will ask to Lord Narsingha, we will say to Lord Narsingha that, oh Prabhu, we are trying to get this Braj Prem, but there are many obstacles in our path. We are having so many impurities, we are having so many anarth and aparadh. If you are pleased, please bestow your mercy upon us and destroy all our anarthas. And please clear our path that we can get this Braj Prem, and in Braj we will be able to serve Srimati Radhika and Krishna. That's the only thing we should ask and to Lord Narsingha, except that we should not ask anything to Lord Narsingha. So that was his mood. Each and every occasion, especially Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhu's disappearance festival on Radhashtami day, on Janmashtami day, so many things are coming in my mind that how he used to speak again and again, that this is the only thing this is the only thing we want by our sadhana and bhajan, except that we should not ask anything. And how enthusiastic he was, to speak about this Rupanuga and Raganuga mood, and how enthusiastic he was to celebrate all these occasions, all these festivals like Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhu's disappearance festival, Shri Radhashtami, Shri Janmashtami. One time I remember, I think in 2008 or 9, Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhu's disappearance festival was going on, and on the very first day, Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhu's disappearance day, Srila Gurudev took all the devotees to Samadhi, Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhu's Samadhi in Shri Radha Damodar temple, and he spoke some Hari Katha. And at the evening time, at almost 3:30 or 4, he called me and said that go and check in Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math that they start Kirtan or not, or devotees are there or not. So I went to Shri Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math, and I saw at that time nothing was going on there, nobody was there. So I returned to Shri Gopinath Bhavan, and when I was entering in his bhajan kuti, he was actually trying to close one of his door of his bhajan kuti. And our Sripad Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj, he was just standing behind him, and he was actually trying to stop him while saying, oh, why you are doing this? You should not do that. You should not go so early because doctors has mentioned that you should not sit so long. It will be not good for your health, this and that. So he was trying to stop him. But Srila Gurudev was actually not listening him. He was doing whatever he wanted to do. He was taking his mala, he was taking his uttariya, he was selecting some granth. So he was actually not listening him. And when he saw me, he asked quite strongly that what happened? So I replied him that nobody is there right now. Nothing is going on there. No devotee is there. So the first thought, when I replied him, the first thought has come in my mind and also in Madhav Maharaj's mind, because we spoke after that. So the first thought comes in our mind that now he will sit on his bed. Now he will chant few rounds, or he will read something, and after half an hour or 1 hour, he will again ask to go to Shri Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math. That first thought comes in our mind. But he actually astonished us, and he started walking to go to Shri Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math. And our Shripad Madha Maharaj, he was almost running behind him, and he was trying to stop him that it's too hot outside, you should not go so early, you should not sit so long, doctor will chastise me, this and that. But he was walking so fast, and when he was supposed to get out from his door, he just stopped for a minute, for a moment. He returned and he looked on Shripad Madha Maharaj's face, and he replied quite strongly. He said that nobody is there, I know, but when I will go and sit there, everybody will come and listen to me. You just follow me. Don't talk so much. And he started walking again. So that was his mood. He was so enthusiastic, especially on those days. Rup Goswami Prabhu's disappearance festival, Radhashtami, Janmashtami. Once in Janmashtami, I think in 2010, when he was performing his sickness pastime, we were in Delhi, and Srila Gurudev was staying in Delhi Mutt in his bhajan kuti. And in the morning time, he spoke in his Harikatha that, oh, I followed this Janmashtami day almost more than 60 years in Mathura. But this is the only year I am not in Mathura. And I am in Delhi due to my health. So he said like very emotional words. So, but he wanted to speak so much, but the Sevakas, they stopped him, and Srila Gurudev went to his bhajan kuti. But at the night time, almost 12 o'clock, everybody was downstairs and they were doing Abhishek, Krishna's Abhishek. And Srila Gurudev was laid down on his bed, and he was asking every 10 and 50 minutes, again and again, that, oh, I want Charnamrit. I want Charnamrit. Bring Charnamrit for me. So there are two doors in Srila Gurudev. There are actually three doors in Srila Gurudev's bhajan kuti in Delhi. So one door is open in Shripad Madha Maharaj's room, and again Shripad Madha Maharaj bhajan, in Shripad Madha Maharaj bhajan kuti there is another door which open to the veranda, and there is one round balcony, and from the windows of that balcony we can see downstairs. So I was going again and again. After 10 minutes, again and again, after 15 minutes, he was asking, I want Charnamrit, I want Charnamrit, bring Charnamrit for me, bring Charnamrit for me. So I was going again and again after every 10 and 15 minutes, and I was replying him that, oh, now they are doing Abhishek, they are supposed to finish that Abhishek. Shripad Madha Maharaj will bring Charnamrit for you. So that was his mood. He was so enthusiastic to speak, especially on that occasions, Janmashtami day, Radhashtami day. On Radhashtami day, as we all saw and we all remember how he used to celebrate this Janmashtami and Radhashtami festival, especially Shri Radhashtami festival, how he used to explain all these special verses from Shri Rupa Goswami Pad. So there are many things to remember regarding this, that how Srila Gurudev, he actually done that great service to all our Rupanuga Guru Parampara, to our Sampradaya. So there are many things coming in my mind, but I think time is very short. So I just want to mention few more things, one or two things, that although he preached in all over the world, he got so much opulence, he got so many disciples, but at that same time, he was so simple, and especially I think this one experience, all of his disciples are having that same kind of experience, that Srila Gurudev was connected to each and every of his disciples. That is his specialty. He was well connected to each and every of his disciples. And I think we all remember that how he used to speak with children in Brajmandal Parikrama, how he used to even distribute prasad in Brajmandal Parikrama with his own hands. Devotees used to sit in the line, and Srila Gurudev used to distribute chapatis and different kind of sweets with his own hands. He used to love distribute prasad by his own hands. So he was so simple. At that same time, he preached all over the world, but at that same time, he was so simple, and he was totally connected with each and every of his disciple. So once I remember Srila Gurudev, when he in 2010, this is the only year when Srila Gurudev stayed in his bhajan kuti, which is located just behind of his samadhi. Only for 1 year, Srila Gurudev in his Prakat Leela, he stayed only for 1 year in his bhajan kuti. Before that, in 2009, Srila Gurudev stayed in B building, and before that, for 4 years, 2005, 6, 7, 8, he stayed in Pink House. And before, we all know, he used to stay in Devanand Gaudiya Math. So at that year, in that year 2010, when Srila Gurudev came to Navdeep Dham just before Navdeep Parikrama, so devotees, they decorated his whole bhajan kuti with very beautiful flowers, and they decorate his bhajan kuti. So many devotees were gathered there. So when Srila Gurudev reached there and he was entering in his bhajan kuti, everybody was paying their obeisances, and he was speaking with so many devotees. So when Srila Gurudev entered in his bhajan kuti, he saw his bed. So the devotee who made his bed was almost simple, but he made something. I don't know how to describe it. He made something on his bed, and he actually made one decorated table for him. So Srila Gurudev saw each and everything, and then after that he called that devotee. So when that devotee came in his room, Srila Gurudev said that, oh, I like whatever you made. Oh, I like that. Whatever you decorate in my room, but actually I don't like this bed and this table. So the devotees, they asked, why you don't like that table or that bed? So Srila Gurudev said that, oh, I am sannyasi. I am traveling all over the world. I should not use this kind of bed. So many devotees, they are coming and they will come to have my darshan. They will come to meet with me. I should not use this bed. Please remove this bed from my room. But then devotees, they started asking, and they started like praying him that, oh, please accept that it is nothing unusual. So when they started praying again and again, then he accepted that, oh, it's okay, but we should not use this kind of bed, this kind of table. So he was so simple at that same time. So there are many things to say, many things to say. There are many specialties, like the devotees are speaking from all around the world. I don't know how much time I have now. Please tell me, Prabhuji, when I have to.
You're pretty much done. Maybe another minute, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay. So there are many things to say. As devotees are speaking, I just want to mention one thing, that we are so fortunate. I feel also proud that when I hear from the devotees, those who are speaking from all around the world, I feel proud that I am also a part of this family, even though I am very, very small, but still I am also a part of that family. So just one thing I want to mention, that we are so fortunate that we got the shelter of this kind of Param Rasik and Srimati Radhika's Nijjan, his personal associates. Once Srila Gurudev said in his Hari Katha in Mathura, he gave us that big hope. Why we are so fortunate? I want to mention just one line, what Srila Gurudev said once in Mathura. He said that those who took my shelter, until and unless they all get delivered, I will come back again and again. He said it very clear, very clear. So we are so fortunate that we got shelter of that kind of Sri Gurudev, who is like personal associates of Srimati Radhika and Krishna, Shri Gaur Nityanand Prabhu. So there are many things coming in my mind. So, but my time is finished now. I think I want to thank our Shripad Yashodanandan Prabhu, our Shyam Sundari Didi, other devotees, all the devotees, those who gave me this opportunity to speak something about Srila Gurudev. Hare Krishna.
Sanjay Prabhu, thank you so much. Thank you so much for beautiful sharing. It's kind of interesting, really. I'm amazed, and I think many devotees have this experience that there's a lot of synchronicity when you read something from one part of Shastra and then someone else speaks, seemingly unconnected, and it's like as if Gurudev is imprinting something into your heart by repeating it from seemingly disconnected random sources. Because this morning I was reading in Chaitanya Charitamrita the pastime between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jagannatha, and how he was trying to make a nice pillow and a nice quilt for Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu was saying exactly the same as Gurudev was saying. He was saying, no, I cannot take this. I'm a sannyas. And all the devotees were really upset because Mahaprabhu was so thin at the time. When he was sleeping on the floor, it was hurting his very bones. And then an extra part of the pastime was that Jagannatha, Mahaprabhu was actually a little afraid of Jagannatha, because Jagannatha, when he got upset, was a little feisty. So no, it's a beautiful pastime of Gurudev. He was exemplary in that manner. And there's a beautiful quote that's on, I don't know where it came from, but it landed in my inbox, which summarizes a lot of what you're saying. It's on July the 7th, 2003 in Berlin, in Germany. Gurudev said, one day, the entire world will be amazed at what I've given. Not now, but later, they will realize what I'm giving. And actually, Yashodhara is introducing Vijay Prabhu's initiative to do a 2-week festival of Gurudev's books. And everything you're talking about the greed, the Gurudev is impressing upon us the need for greed for bhakti. He's impressing upon us the need to follow Rupa Manjari and the need to understand and have the goal. We cannot be Raganugas necessarily immediately, but have the goal in our Vaidhi Bhakti for Raganuga Bhakti. These ingredients of that we are Radharani is our Swamini. What is the goal of Bhakti? Anyablasta Sunyam, Gyan Kamvyanavritam, and Kelenya Krishna Shilanam Bhakti Uttama, that our goal is Raganuga Bhakti, and we're followers of Rupa Goswami. These are so essential, and he expounded and expanded on it so beautifully. This is what he's talking about, and this is what you summarized very beautifully, and this is what Vijay is trying to have us absorb in the next 2 weeks. So thank you so much, Prabhu. I hope you'll stay for the rest of the program if you can.
I have some publication services. I see that how long I can stay. I want to stay. Let's see. When devotee will call, I have to go.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you so much. And we'll stay in India, and we're going over to Srimati Savita Didi. I'm not sure where in India she is, so she'll tell us. She was very fortunate to be born in a devotee family, and Didi met Srila Gurudev in 1979. So one of Gurudev's very early disciple actually, and she took Harinam and Diksha in 1980. Oh, she must. Sorry, she's in Vrindavan, of course, and she's done many book translations, and we're very honored and very happy that Savita is going to be talking and sharing her Pushpanjali with us now. Welcome, Didi. Beautiful to see you. There you are. Haribol.
Can I
Haribol,
stop?
Didi. Yeah,
Haribol?
fantastic. We just need to see you a bit more. Can you see?
Okay.
Yeah, that's better. Yes.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe.
Yanandan Shalakaya Chakshurumritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah Pancha Kalputrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauradhishe Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. First time doing Dandavat Pranam Lotus feet of my sir, Nitya Leela Purusham Vishnu Pada Guru Maharaj. Then my presented my doing Dandavat Pranam. I've been fortunate time speaking about my Guru Maharaj. You know, I am Hind, especially Brijavasi girl, so my English is very poor. Start speaking before I am doing Dandavat Pranam. Please excuse me. Try to pick my Gurudev's mood. That mood I will explain. Don't looking my grammatic mistakes, speakings, because my mother tongue is not English. Please excuse me. I'm very fortunate. I get like this Gurudev's lotus feet. Once a time, Kartik's Parikrama going, maybe 20 years ago. That time Maharaj is staying in Modi Bhavan in Barshana. That time not my Girdhari Gauri Math is not built. No. So Guru Maharaj is staying in Barshana, in Modi Bhavan. That times Guru Maharaj giving opportunities every speaker. Please tell Gurudev Radha Tattva. So Guru Maharaj same giving chance to me. I'm standing and start the Radha Rani's glories. Who is Radha Rani's? Srila Chaitanya Charitamrita Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ji wrote a one payar, very important payar. Krishnera Kirad Bosoti Nagori. That means Shri Shamsundar's every desires fulfill only Vrishabhanu Nandani, nothing else. Like how I'm explaining there front my Guru Maharaj. I'm telling how, why this Guru Tattva. I'm telling who is my Gurudev. How I'm fortunate get like this Gurudev's lotus feet. Pujapad Shri Sanjay Prabhu explained very nicely about my Gurudev's glories. Very nice. I'm speaking different types Gurudev's glories. So try understand. So I'm explaining Radha Tattva. Radharani is only alone. Radharani is fulfill Krishna's desire. A parents not fulfill his child desire. Never, not possible. But my Radharani is fulfill Anant Koti Brahmand Shri Krishna's desire. How is Krishna's desire? Unlimited. Shri Vrishabhanu Nandani also. Krishna's unlimited desires fulfilled. How? I'm listening from Gurudev's that sharing now this time for your this meeting. Shri Krishna's this desire coming. Oh, Radharani is 100% is left mood, Bamya mood. This is my desire. Can I drink some 90% left desire, 10% Bamya, Dakshin money, right? Then immediately Vrishabhanu Nandani came out that this mood. Tell Lalita. Who is Lalita? Lalita, Vishakha, Chitra, Champaklata, Tungu Vidyas, all Sakhis, Radharani this Kai Vyuha. That Guru is giving evidence from Brahma Sangita. Anand Chinmay Ras Pratibha Bhitabhi Ev Nij Roop Taya Kalabhi Golok Ev Niv Sit Akilatma Bhuto Govind Namadi Pusham Tavaham Bajame. Himself, Brahmaji is telling all bridge gopis. Who is this gopis? All gopis is my Radharani's Kai Vyuha. Kai Vyuha means Krishna's desire coming, different desire coming. I'm drinking this type ras. I'm drinking only total right mood. So Shri Kishori came out Chandravali's shape. Krishna's desires coming 50% right, 50% right, left mood. I will drink. Shri Kishori came out Shamla Sakhi mode. So at last. We will understand Guru Maharaj explaining this thing. Oh, all Sakhis, all gopis are Radharani's Kai Vyuha. Now this question is coming. I asked the question from my Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, all Sakhis is my Radharani's Kai Vyuha only for Krishna's fulfilled desire purpose. Many gopis came out from Radharani. Only for Krishna's fulfilled desire purpose. Now, who is Manjuri Tattva? Because that is very important for my sadhan bhajan. So I'm asking. So Shri Guru Maharaj very nicely giving reply me. Oh, Radharani, all Manjari is not Radharani's Kai Vyuha. Radharani's body's particles, all part is look like Manjari. Example Guru Maharaj giving my Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnu Pada Stotra Session Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Prabhupada Thakur ji is Nayan Manjari. What is the meaning of Nayan Manjari? Radharani's Nayans is making a deities. The deity name is Nayan Manjari. Who is Rupa Goswami ji? Radharani's Roop is called Rupa Manjari. So Kai Vyuha is different. And Manjari is non-different. Shri Bhanuநandani's bodies. So that Siddhanta Guru Maharaj established in Radha Tattva. I am also spoke this time in Barshana Radha Tattva. So then Krishna's countless desire. Then Krishna's desire coming. Oh, I'm more and more drinking Madhura Ras. Can I drink little with opulence mix of Madhura Ras? So Radharani understand, oh, Krishna has desires coming. Immediately Krishna's the desires fulfilling purpose. Shri Bhanuநandani came out Rukmani Satyabhama shape. And by this shape fulfill Krishna's this desire. Are you understand my English?
Sorry, I'm on mute. Yes, it's fine. So Didi, beautiful. Carry on.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So she all Dwarka queen is Radharani's Vaibhav Bilas, means only Krishna's fulfilled desire purpose. Herself, Bhanuநandani came out 16,108 Dwarka queen. Why this? Only for Krishna's fulfilled. And then Krishna's desire. Oh, only now I won't drinking. Opulence mood, not Madhura mood. That time Bhanuநandani came out. Lakshmi Sarup took totally opulence mode and fulfilled desire Narayan. First, we are understand this Siddhanta, and then this ras drinking. Otherwise, rasabhash dosh coming, everything is my destroy. Guru Maharaj very nicely speaking. Oh, Shri Radharani is totally left mood, and by this left mood fulfill Krishna's desire. That times Radharani is Bhanuநandani Radharani, and Krishna that times Radhakanta, Gopi Kanto. And especially Smaral Garal Khandanam Mama Sirasi Mandanam Dehi Pad Palla Mudare, that Radharani is Swadhin Bhartika and Krishna is Dhir Lalit Nayak. If you are not understand this word, later anytime you will call me and then I will explain, because my matter is some long, so I don't want to explain this two words, Dhir Lalit Nayak and Swadhin Bhartika. But there are times Chandravali's mood, Shamla, Bhadra, Padma, इसमें also Lalita Vishaka's mood, Radharani's this mood taking and then fulfill Krishna's there. That times is Krishna is not Radha Kanta. That times Lalita Kant, Vishaka, little bit different coming. Radharani's own mood is Madanak Mahamood. Why this mood? Krishna's fulfilled desire. That time is Radharani is Swadhin Bhartika. Krishna is Dhir Lalita Nayak. If any desire little bit less, minus coming, or a percentage different, the percentage mood desire coming, and Radharani is fulfilled his desire by any gopi's mood, that times is different. That times Radharani is not Madanak Maha mood. Krishna is totally not Dhir Lalit Nayak. According mood, Krishna is different, Radharani is also different. Example Guru Maharaj is giving this Krishna, Radharani took Rukmani Satyabhama's shape and fulfilled desire. That times is not Radharani is there. Vishwananandani is not called that. That times Dwarka Queen. Dwarka Queen shape Radharani is. Krishna is not that times Dhir Lalit Nayak, not Radha Kant, not Radha Raman, not Radha Damodar. That time Krishna is also Dwarkadhish, Mathuresh, not Brajendra Nandan Sham Sundar. That time Shri Radharani is taking Lakshmi mood and then serve to fulfill Krishna's desire. That time is not Krishna. Krishna is coming Narayan shape and then Radharani is taking Lakshmi shape and then fulfill desire. This Siddhant very nicely keeping in our heart. Then I am pure Madhur Ras drinking and very quickly Gurudev fulfill my this desire. What is my desire? My desire only this. Rupara Gunatha Pade Haive Akuti Kobe Ami Bojavo Shri Yugala Piriti. This is my aim of object. I'm following this path that before my Sanjay Prabhu's also explained this mood. So now, Radharani is fulfilled Krishna desire. Once a time, Radharani is very, very silent, very sad mood sitting. And immediately my Raman Manjari came and asking to my Swami, Radharani, hey, my mom Swami, today why are you sad? Why are you sitting like this? What happened? Please tell me. Please share me your mood. Then Radharani is carrying, oh Raman, what can I tell to you? Krishna's this desire coming, how I am tasting this material's Jiva's prema, Jiva's heart. Now this time you know, you are knowing this material Jiva is so dirty. No, not possible. How I'm fulfilled this Krishna's desire. That way, I'm very worried for that matter. Immediately, Raman Manjari telling, oh my mom Swami, that is not biggest thing for you. We're like, yeah. Radharani is telling, okay. My Raman Manjari, my Guru Maharaj is telling, oh Radharani, don't worry. I will go in material desire, material world and very quickly clean these jivas and offering your lotus feet. And then you should fulfill Krishna's this desire. Really? Radharani, really, I am telling. So Shri Gurudev is ready coming in this material way. This material way coming because where is this evidence? In Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, himself, Krishna told to Uddhav, hey Uddhav, in Kali Yuga, I am coming Acharya shape. Acharya Mam Bijanyu in this shlokas explain himself Krishna to Uddhav. So you don't take any doubt. Himself, herself, Radharani's nearest, dearest Sevika, Raman Manjari, came in Acharya shape in this world. Means Gurudev's shape. So Guru Maharaj is ready coming in this world. That time, so Shri Radharani is calling, oh Raman, Raman, listen, you are going, and then listen, take it. What Shri Vishwanunandani giving to him? Shri Vishwanunandani giving some seed to my Gurudev. Which seed? What is the name? This seed. The seed name is Krishna Vasana. What is this seed name? Krishna Vasana seed. My Vishwanunandani giving to my Gurudevs. Guru Maharaj, all this seed collecting from Radharani's lotus feet, keeping in his pocket and coming in this world. Now Guru Maharaj coming in this world. So how is my Guru Maharaj? 2 shlokas. Why this 2 shlokas? You are understand Gurudev's personality. Guru Maharaj is first is this Mahaprabhu Kirtan Nitya Gita Bhadita Madhya Manasura Sena Romanchakam Pashu Taranga Bhajo Bande Guru Shri Charana Ravindam. Second word is this Nikunjayo no Ratikeli Siddhaye Yayale Viyukira Pekshaniya Tatrati Daksha Dati Vallabhasya Bande Guru Shri Charana Ravindam. How is my Gurudev's personality? Maharaj has 3 types of personality. First is this, we are looking. We meet to Gurudevs. We get initiation, Harinam from Gurudevs and hearing many type, different topics, Harikatha from Gurudevs. That is a one personality, Gurudevs. Another second personality is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu associate, male form, and all times serving to my Gaur Hari Nityananda Prabhu's Hari by Kirtan. Kirtan Seva is main Seva in Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Parikar associate. And third, Guru Maharaj's personality is all times Nikunja, Nibhat Nikunja Sevas absorb all time. That Guru Maharaj's personality is 3 type of personality. One, we looked one personality. Second personality is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu association. Third is Radharani's association, one means Manjari Swarupa. That is Gurudev's personality. And Guru Maharaj came in this world. He is not ordinary person. He is not Baddha Jeev, Mukta Jeev. No. Can't understand, can't thought about my Gurudev personality. Guru Maharaj coming from Radha Rani's Braj Vrindavan. You are putting this question, oh Didi, how is possible? Yat gatva nivartante tad dham matad mam dham. Means any jivas entering my loka never came in this world, in material world. How that's possible? Guru Maharaj entered the Radharani's Niz Mahal, Kunja, how possible coming? Yeah, this Siddhanta is right. No doubt in this, way. What this special condition only Radharani's fulfilled desire purpose, Guru Maharaj ready and then came in this world. This is a very rare cases, not include any Vedic Shastra or Vedic rule regulation. Please, I am asking same question to Gurudev. Guru Maharaj, remove my this doubt. Guru Maharaj is giving this Siddhant to me. So, and Guru Maharaj came in this world, and Guru Maharaj giving initiation. Initiation, what is the meaning of initiation? Many Guru Yashodanandan Prabhu, my Sundari Didi, Sham Sundari Didi, I born in Raj. So my parents, my grandfather, grandmothers, all is devotees. Devotees dynasty. I took born this devotees dynasty. So my father, grandfather is very rich, and many sadhus came my house, and different types. My family members serving to sadhu sangha and seva. But I am telling, Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj personality is only a lone personality. I met lakhs and lakhs sadhu, Vaishnav, Sant, Guru, but nobody, any sadhu personality is not comparison my Guru Maharaj personality. My Guru Maharaj totally different. What is the different? What is the different personality? Guru Maharaj, this specially personality is this. Guru Maharaj personality is Braj Ras Rasik. This is a special personality. You know, my Guru Paramparas, all Vaishnavas, all sannyasis is Rasik Vaishnav. Why? Because अनर्पित चरिन चिरात करुणावतीर्ण कलौ समर्पित उन्नत उज्ज्वल रसाम भक्ति श्रम हरिपूर्ण सुंदर द्युति कदम्ब संदीपिता सदा हृदय कंदे स्फूर्ता व सचिनंदना. My Guru Sachinandan Gaur Hari is this ras waves coming. So all devotees is rasik, but all devotees not frankly distribute Braj Ras like this. My Guru Maharaj. Very boldly Guru Maharaj explained. Maharaj has never hesitation, never afraid anybody persons, never, no. That is the Gurudev's most important personality. We are so fortunate. I get Gurudev's this lotus feet and Guru Maharaj initiation time. What done? This seed, which seed? That seed collecting from Radharani's. The seed giving our heart. Which seed? Krishna Seva Vasana seed. Guru Maharaj giving initiation time our heart. And Shravan Kirtan is Smaran why three way is nourishing this seed, and then came out my by this nourishing slowly experience your my Swarupa. Krishna Nandayo. This Guru Gayatri's mantras very special, very nice. How Maharaj nice mood gave me. Guru Gayatri mood gave me. How I explain to you, because many devotees hearing this Hari Katha, many devotees has not Guru Gayatri mantra, and that mantras can't explain by a phone or a video call way, never possible. If you are coming, if you have very strong desire, then anytime special katha is doing, then I am helping to you. How Guru Maharaj this Swarupa explained my heart. Guru Maharaj telling, first my Swarup inspired in your heart. My Swarup first manifestation in your heart, that later your Swarup manifestation in your heart. That Guru Maharaj is rasik, this symptom. So my Gurudevs is not ordinary. We are very fortunate. So I get like this Gurudev's lotus feet. And why more than fortunate is this, Guru Maharaj accepting my heart. Guru Maharaj accepting by my heart. Why this initiation, Harinam, Hari Kathas, this is a very powerful detergent powder. by this detergent powders, Guru Maharaj cleaning my heart, mind, and spiritual mood, and then very quickly clean my internal mood, and especially spiritual moods established, and then quickly clean my heart and mind, and then taking my heart and then establish giving offering lotus feet of Radharani's, and then Radharani's fulfill Krishna's desire. Now you are understand how is Radha Tattva, how is Gurudev Tattva. Guru Maharaj is not ordinary person. Everybody person is telling, oh my Guru Maharaj like this, oh my Guru Maharaj is like, yes, I'm not giving any means obstacle. I'm not taking any bad thing, but nobody have experience. Guru Maharaj Hari Katha is like this powerful Hari Katha, not only giving Hari Katha, Guru Maharaj internal so much giving power in heart. Why Guru Maharaj internal powers manifestation in my heart? Why this? We experience spiritual mood, spiritual bhav. Please, sorry, I can't understand how much time going. Please excuse me. Can I tell more or finish my Harikatha? Please tell me.
It's really difficult to ask you to stop, actually, Savita, because it's like asking a very fast train to stop. Maybe take another 3 minutes if you could.
Okay. So my Guru Maharaj is like this, and how is my Guru this? My Guru Maharaj has two best quality. All quality he have all Vaishnavas quality, but especially two qualities have. One is this: every Guru Maharaj disciple feeling, oh, why I am so late meeting to Gurudev? Why I'm not before meeting? You are also feeling. Tell me, really, I am telling that Guru Maharaj's specialties. Everybody is feeling, why I'm not before meeting to my Guru Maharaj? First. Second is quality is this: every Guru Maharaj disciple feeling, oh, Guru Maharaj so much loving me, not loving anybody person. All times, only feeling Guru Maharaj to me, only for me, nothing else. No, that Guru Maharaj is topmost two qualities has every devotee is feeling this mood. So I am offering lotus feet of Gurudev's oh Guru Maharaj, please fulfill my desire. Maharaj is asking, what is your desire? Why this desire? Only this desire. Rup Raghunath Pada Hai Biyakuti Kabiyame Bujava Shri Yugal Puriti. Bole Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Vancha kalpatrubhyacha kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hari Bol, everybody presents. Radhe Radhe.
Wonderful, Savita. Thank you so much. Are you in your house right now?
Yeah.
Ah, so I know your place. I came and visited you there once, remember?
If you are coming in my India, you're coming my house, please.
No, I came many years ago to your house, so I remember it very fondly, and I always remember you very fondly, Savita. You are actually Gurudev's first disciple, right?
Yes. I took initiation from Gurudev's 1997 starting, January or February.
Oh, but you met him in you came into his association in 1979, right?
79.
Yeah, you took initiation in 79, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So like there was...
Guru Maharaj very quickly giving initiation because Guru Maharaj afraid Savita is not fly here and there. And then giving himself, Guru Maharaj want, oh Savita, I want some money to you. Okay, Maharaj, I'm ready. Maharaj give me.
Was it slightly secret? Because at the time, Gurudev was not generally giving initiation, huh?
Yeah, very secret Guru Maharaj giving initiation from me, not giving in Mathura. That time Guru Maharaj lived in Mathura. Maharaj not giving initiation in Mathura. Guru
Yeah.
Maharaj hiding, bringing me in Vrindavan. Morning time I am doing Vrindavan Parikrama with Gurudevs, and Guru Maharaj took bath in Yamuna. I took also bath in Yamuna, and later Uma Didi is giving tilak. That times I don't know tilak, so Uma Didi is putting my tilak and Guru Maharaj and giving initiation in bank of Yamuna.
Because when you came to Gurudev, Uma Didi, her guru is Srila Vaman Maharaj, and so she would already been there. She was already there for many years, right?
Yeah. Uma Didi is senior than me.
She's
And
your
Guru
mother. She's like your mother.
Yeah. She is putting
Beautiful.
like this mother because Guru Maharaj telling Savita, if you are going anywhere, going with Uma Didi, because that time very means starting teen years. So my Guru Maharaj thinking nobody looking my Savita, so hiding way. Guru Maharaj keep it to me.
He put you in your bag. He put you in his bag.
Yeah. Put in your pocket, not bag.
Yeah. You could probably fit in his pocket. I had to fit in his bag because I'm bigger. But your heart
Yes,
is bigger. Anyway, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. And it was really amazing how what you expanded upon about Srila Gurudev, about the primacy of Ajendrananda Krishna and the Rasik nature of Srila Gurudev fitted so nicely with Ranjai Prabhu's initial speech. It was almost like you guys planned it, but I assume you probably didn't even know each other was speaking. So that was absolutely perfect.
Yes.
It's really beautiful. Thank you, Savita Didi. Haribol, I hope your health is strong and your bhajan is strong, and you seem like you are as strong and as alive and fiery as ever.
Haribol.
Haribol, dandavats.
Haribol, Dandavat.
So we're well, it's been a number of years since I saw Savita. Last I saw her in the UK, actually. I think in around 6 years ago. Okay, devotees, we are now going over to New Jersey, to Sriman Rajiv Lochandas. Originally, he was in ISKCON, although Gurudev, I always feel awkward even making any distinction between ISKCON and Gurudev, because for me, it's all one beautiful family, just different cousins, if you like. And but from an external point of view, he came into ISKCON and he knew some of the devotees who took shelter of Srila Gurudev for many years while he was in ISKCON, and he spoke to Gurudev. I'd love to know how that happened. Prabhu spoke to Gurudev on the phone in North Carolina festival, and then took Harinam in 2004. And then the next year in Houston took Diksha, and he's hosted and served many of Gurudev's sannyasis and helped towards the book publishing as per Gurudev's instructions. So I'm very excited to hear the Pushpanjali of Sriman Rajiv Lochandas, and a very warm welcome, Prabhu.
Gurudeva Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Sadalye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Gurudev. Thank you, Prabhuji. Can you hear me okay?
Really
Are you
good.
able to hear me?
I can see you well. I can hear you well. Fantastic.
Okay, great. Well, I'm very shy, and I generally, I've been avoiding doing a glorification after. How can I follow Savita Didi? I cannot follow Savita Didi Harikatha, and how beautiful that was. But yesterday, Madhuri Didi, she asked me, and somehow or other I'm here, so I'll make a meager attempt to glorify Srila Gurudev in my own way. I'm originally from India. I was born in India, in West Bengal, Gauradesh. but I was born in a Brahmin family. We followed pretty much strictly, all the traditional pujas we did. We worshipped everyone. There was no one pointedness, but I was fortunate to be born in Gaudadesh and, taking bath in the Ganges with my grandfather. My father came to this country in 1970, and he brought us finally in 1977. So from a young age, we were fortunate that we were exposed and going to the ISKCON temple since I was 10 years old in Detroit. I took some notes. I'm really nervous, so I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but
take your time, Prabhu. Nice deep breaths, and it's a very sweet family. No one is making judgments. We just look at your very happy face, and we're happy that you're here.
Yeah. So being raised in the movement, ISKCON, I grew up there, and we used to, even in the summertime during our school, when we had vacation, we were able. My father let us stay in the temple, so I had the experience of, getting up early, and we're fortunate to have that experience. So I'm indebted to my birth father for raising us this way. I always, was inquisitive about spiritual life growing up, but because of Srila Prabhupada, I'm indebted to Srila Prabhupada in one way, that if his temples weren't there, how could I possibly even come to Gurudev at some point? It's because of him, being a devotee, and going to his temples and, praying, that I was able to, come to Srila Gurudev. So I'm indebted to Srila Prabhupada. So I just to share my story, I'm not very, very philosophically, I'm not well spoken that way. So I'm going to just share my personal story with Srila Gurudev and how I came to Srila Gurudev. Raised up in the movement in ISKCON, there were obviously some ups and downs that we all know. So some faith was lacking as far as approaching a spiritual master, and because you just didn't know, okay, who's the one that I should approach. But at some point, I was even influenced by one of my family members that Riddhic philosophy is the way to go. But from a young age, having Bhagavad Gita classes weekly at our home, we learned the Bhagavad Gita shloka, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshana. So the word pranipat, we have to approach a spiritual master. So if Lord Krishna himself is recommending and saying, that he approach a spiritual master in the line of disciplic succession, so that argument of the whole Riddhic philosophy to me seemed bogus. So I just, if Lord Krishna is recommending that we need Guru, then that's it. We have to now pray, and that's what I did. I started praying to Srila Prabhupada, and I'm being on some of the Zoom calls, very, very fortunate to hear, a lot of the stories are very, very similar. I prayed to Srila Prabhupada, just like many, please help me find a guru just like you. And somehow or other, although I have no qualification to have a guru like Srila Gurudev, a Rasik Vaishnava coming straight from Goloka Vrindavan, but somehow or other I came in contact with him in 2004. The year before, prior to that, one devotee here, his name is Bhakti Swarup Prabhu.
Prabhu, you've gone on mute for some reason.
And he shaved head, and he told me, he said, Rajiv, you know how you've been praying to Prabhupada that you want a guru like Prabhupada? Well, Srila Narayan Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj is the one. And I became more and more inquisitive. We were having satsang at his home, and slowly Gurudev sent, Prabhupada disciples to my house, Purudas, the late Purudas, and Bhumipati Prabhu, and Dandi Maharaj. They all came together unannounced one Sunday. And my wife was pregnant at the time. And, I asked her, hey, is it okay? They just called all of a sudden, and we just decided to, she said, yeah, sure. Vaishnava's coming, why not? So we any doubt that I had, even a percent of doubt, was cleared up, because there was so much nonsensical, bogus things going on, circulating about our Gurudev, that it was disturbing in one sense, but it was all due to enviousness. But here I'm seeing Srila Prabhupada disciples glorifying and taking shiksha from him. So any doubt that I had immediately just, dissipated. So in 2004, there was a festival happening in North Carolina, and Gurudev was supposed to come there. And I decided to get our family, and we packed, and we were ready to drive down. And I stopped on the highway to get some gas, and I called the location to find out where Gurudev was going to be that night, because it was like an 8-hour journey. And when I called, they said, "Oh, Gurudev's not come. He's not going to come. He's going to stay in Houston." And I was like, "Oh my God!" I became so sad, and I was crying, and I said, "I can't believe, this great opportunity I had to meet." But for some reason, Gurudev was manifesting his Sikh Leela pastime, so he didn't come. But the devotee that I spoke to convinced me. His name was Brajendananda Prabhu from Badger. He's the Gurukul headmaster. He convinced me to come anyway. And when I came there, immediately, I'm hearing 1 minute, the first class I hear, the 1 minute Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada being glorified, and then another minute Srila Gurudev being glorified. So I knew I was in the right place. So that's how that arrangement was made, that since Gurudev was supposed to be there and he didn't come, Sajjan Maharaj made the arrangement that I speak to Srila Gurudev and take Harinam over the phone. Gurudev, he knows us. He knows past, present, and future. So he knows our heart. Because I remember I was very, very scared, thinking, my Hindi is so, because I was raised in India for 10 years, but then I lived here all these years and hardly went back to India. So even though my mother spoke Hindi, I always responded back in English. So I'm like, how am I going to speak to Srila Gurudev? The first thing that came out of my mouth, the Gurudev Charan Sparsh. Basically, Gurudev's response was, "Aap to Shuddh Hindi bolte hain." Then that means that, you speak Shuddh Hindi, like pure Hindi. Gurudev like made me feel at ease, and I became very, very relaxed. And I spoke to him. I told him, Gurudev, all your disciples are so advanced. I'm nothing compared to them. And he said, don't worry, just slowly come and associate with me. Come to Karthik. And later that I was fortunate. Later that year, I was able to go to Karthik that year and I had my fire sacrifice. So Gurudev gave me Harinam on the phone and my wife, and we were fortunate to go that 2004 Karthik and be part of the ceremony there. My desire was that all my family members, take shelter of Shri Gurudev. Unfortunately, I have 3 sisters and 1 brother, and only one of them, fortunately, you can say, and unfortunately for the ones who didn't, only 1 sister took shelter, and then also my uncle and auntie also took shelter as well. And I believe that was a year later or 2 years later, I believe in 2006, they took shelter. Gurudev came to my uncle and auntie's house in Staten Island, and there was to be in a hotel, and near my uncle and auntie's home, but I felt deflated. I really felt deflated that I wanted to be, in close proximity of Gurudev, but unfortunately, due to the circumstances, I was not. But see, Gurudev, again, pointing out how Gurudev knows your heart. He knew how I felt. On 3 different occasions, he told me, this program happened because of you. Even up to the point where he was leaving from the airport. So I felt very, very happy that how Gurudev, this is another example of how the first one was where he knew my heart, when I first spoke to him, how I was feeling. And even now, when I thought I had the opportunity to stay, but for whatever reason, because there was not enough room, Gurudev, he's telling me, reassuring me. And I always was in awe and reverence of Srila Gurudev. That was my mood. My mood was always in awe and reverence. So when he gave gave me Diksha, I don't remember what he was actually saying. I couldn't remember what he said as far as what to think of during Guru Gayatri. So all of a sudden, I started thinking a certain way, and I don't think I should reveal because maybe it's not proper what I was thinking. And I started thinking, and then in 2000, when I asked Gurudev personally, I got a darshan with him in Staten Island at my uncle's home. I asked him, Gurudev, I'm feeling this, and when I'm doing Guru Gayatri, I'm thinking like this. And whatever I was thinking, it was totally correct. Gurudev, yes, this is proper. This is proper. So in other words, because when he gave the instructions of what to think of, what to do, I was so like, oh my God, this is Gurudev. I can't believe I'm associating with the Rasik Vaishnava from Goloka Vrindavan. I was in awe and reverence. I couldn't even remember any instructions, but almost a year had passed and I was doing my Gayatri, but these thoughts or how to think or what to think came automatically. Gurudev somehow injected into my heart. And when I confirmed it with him, he said, yes, you're doing the proper thing. One thing I know that when Gurudev would leave from the festivals, I would always be the last one of the few devotees, or there'll be many devotees, but I'll always be there to say, my pranam to Gurudev and offer dandavats. And I'll always get teared up I would be crying, and then this feeling of separation. I think this happened in every festival. That whenever I saw Gurudev leave, I would cry. And I told a friend one time when he left, we're both crying, and I told him that this is probably how the gopis felt when Krishna would leave. So in some way, I believe that, and I hope I'm not speculating. If I am, then please forgive me. But in some way, this is a resemblance of Gurudev is giving us a snapshot, even though we may not be qualified, of what happens in Goloka Vrindavan, how they feel. The Guru is Sakshat Hari, so he's representing Radharani, and that feeling of separation was there almost every single time. And then when we met Gurudev, it was like, oh my God, we're in bliss. We're going to fast forward to 2010. I went to see Gurudev in Badger, and we went on the morning walk, and Srila Gurudev, I wanted to see Srila Gurudev personally, see if I could make some time with my family to see Gurudev. So when I went after the walk to see Madhav Maharaj, Madhav Maharaj said, no, Gurudev, no one can see Gurudev. So everybody knows that feeling when you're when Madhav Maharaj or Rajanath Prabhu would say, no, you can't see Gurudev, that dejected feeling. So I left, very sad. And I was sitting in the class, somebody was giving class, and then Shivnanda Sema Prabhu, I believe he was in charge of he was kind of like the sort of the bodyguard from Los Angeles. He was at the door, and basically he came and said, hey, Gurudev wants to see you. So all of a sudden, I quickly gather my family, and I go down and see Srila Gurudev, and I see him and offer my pranam, and we're talking, and for some reason, even since childhood, I've always kind of been intuitive. I've always had some intuition. Then I said to Gurudev in Hindi, I said, Gurudev, humko lag raha aap chhod ke chale jaoge. And I was crying. That Gurudev, basically in English, Gurudev, I think you're going to leave us. I'm having a feeling that you're going to leave us now. And Gurudev's response was, Ek din to jana hi hai. That means one day everyone has to leave. So then I begged him, I said, Gurudev, no, please, don't leave. Excuse me.
Take your time, Prabhu. Take your time.
Excuse me, I'm very sorry. I begged him, don't leave. I said to him, at that time, the Houston temple wasn't even complete. And I said, the Houston temple, you have to come for that. You have to be there. They just had the groundbreaking ceremony, I believe, the year before. And I said, I said to him, Gurudev, I also want to build a temple. And he said, you want to build a temple? And I said, yes, a small one. Then he said, okay. I said, he goes, I'll come for that. And then I folded my hands to Brajanath Prabhu and Madhav Maharaj. I said, please take care of Gurudev. And I was crying, and I just had a feeling. And then 2010, obviously everyone knows that he left, and I went to Karthik, that year, Damodar Maharaj called and he said, no, you should come. Gurudev's going to leave. So I went to Karthik, and we were in Govardhan, and somehow Gurudev listened to our prayers, and he didn't leave us then. But then shortly thereafter, when I came back to America, he was in Jagannath Puri, and everyone knows he left. So the feeling that that feeling of separation, even though he's gone, we can, if we're following his instructions, Grihastha life is not the easiest, but in whatever way, we can try to fulfill our Gurudev's. We took a vow to Gurudev we're going to do a certain amount of rounds. We're going to do, our seva, whatever service we do, we have to stick to it. And Gurudev still has blessed me in many ways. He comes in my dreams and gives me darshan. So I don't know what he's able to see in me, but from the bottom of my heart, I'm indebted to Srila Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarabhischa kripa sindhu payevicha patita nampa pavyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you.
It takes a moment for me to come off mute. Prabhu, that was so beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you. And there was it's amazing. Today's speakers have really coordinated beautifully, because we started out with Sanjay Prabhu talking about the how Gurudev's speciality and how he gave us Raganuga. Well, he didn't give us Raganuga. He emphasized and unpacked Raganuga Bhakti and Rupanuga Bhakti and the speciality of all his books and his incredible gift to the world, which Gurudev himself said that we would only really appreciate many years after Gurudev had left. And then Savita focused in on the Vijendrananda mood of Srila Gurudev. And then Prabhu, I didn't realize when you said that you got on the phone to Srila Gurudev, North Carolina, I didn't realize that you were calling Gurudev from where he was meant to be in North Carolina. So it's like your Pushpanjali really emphasized the Vipralamba mood, the separation mood. Your whole offering started out in that separation, and the whole mood is emphasizing how the separation mood enriches the mood of union, and how we feel that closer unity with Srila Gurudev in separation. However painful it may look, it's also ecstatic at the same time, and it's a very special feeling, and only one that you can really gain insight on through sadhana. So thank you so much, Prabhu. By the way, why did he look at you and say, I can always see Gurudev go, when you said the temple thing, I'm going to build a temple, he said, what, you? Why did he say that?
Yeah,
it's like he was teasing you.
That was hilarious when I think back on it. Basically, I guess several years later, I told him I'll build a small temple, and if I could show you the room that I'm sitting in, it's my temple room. I'm sitting in it. It's in my home. So this is our temple. That small temple that I told Gurudev I wanted to make. So every day, we're having aartis here, and we're trying our best to serve Gurudev. So that small temple it did manifest. It's here in our home. It's when I saw this house, that's the first thing I thought of was, oh, this room that I'm sitting in, this will be a temple. So yeah, it's a small temple.
He was going to come. He said he was going to come. You said he comes in your dreams. So both have come true.
Yes, and I'm very fortunate. He's come in my dreams. So in one sense, he's giving me darshan.
Yes.
So
Yeah, no, that's as real as, yeah, there's Vapu and Vani. Prabhu, thank you so much. We often find the shy ones are often the most emotional and the most beautiful. So that you fit the mold there very nicely. Every single Pushpanjali is special, but somehow when someone who says they're shy comes online, anything can happen. Thank you. I think your connection's slightly delayed, yeah?
no, I'm sorry. I'm listening to you, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Again, I was avoiding. There's one thing that I So one devotee that I knew from Philadelphia, he was a head
Prabhu, just
pujari.
Prabhu, cut out. Just start what you're saying again, because you cut out.
What I was saying, Prabhu, was that one last thing I wanted to mention. I was hesitant to even come on, but it's due to, many years ago, I got some instructions while I was with Gurudev. I wanted to see him. And like some devotees, like the late Isha Prabhu, who told me, oh, you have to be like the Delhi Wallahs, just get in there and jam in. But like, again, my mood was always like awe and reverence. So I didn't want to like be imposing. But then another devotee, her name is Kishori from Badger, that I knew from Philadelphia. He was the head pujari there. And he told me, it's not the external, it's the internal. Internally, you have that mood with Gurudev. That's more important. So that's been my kind of like motto, so to speak, that internally, try to associate with Gurudev. So yeah.
Yeah, and we also associate with Gurudev according to our nature. So if our nature is to be a little bit more introverted, then that's how we'll associate. If we're like to take the opposite end of the extreme, if you take Ramesh, the Prabhu from Costa Rica, I've never seen anyone more extrovert than him with Gurudev. He'd be cracking jokes and talking to Gurudev like he was just his best mate, and Gurudev would reciprocate according to our nature expertly. So amazing. So
Yes,
thank you so much. So we did have a fourth speaker, but because as usual we do overrun. In fact, we probably should reset our times. Unfortunately, had some saver to do for I think prison saver, so our fourth speaker is not going to be available, I'm afraid. So that might mean that I can watch the European Championship where England's playing Costa Rica. Which I might remind everybody is a very nice little Leela, which I'll tell you when I think it was in 2000. Oh, Kunja Bahari, that's hilarious. Actually, sorry, before I tell this football saver, Kunja Bahari, do you want to tell this little Leela? It's pretty funny. I know you only. Oh no, he can't. Oh, anyway, I'm going to find out there's some Leela between Ramesh and Gurudev, which sounds amazing, which I'm going to learn from Kunja Bahari, and I'll share it with you another time. But this football saver is 2010, and it's really funny. We're not meant to be the body, and we're not meant to come from any nation, but when it comes to the World Cup, suddenly everyone becomes nationalistic. And we're teasing, I would love teasing Brajnath about being Dutch, and Brajnath really cared about the Dutch winning. And the World Cup final was in 2010 between Spain, I can't remember who the opponents were. And Gurudev wanted to watch the second half, but Madhav Maharaj wouldn't let him. So Gurudev couldn't watch the second half of the World Cup. So that's funny. Before we go, I'd like to share with everybody a video. It takes about 3 minutes, so bear with me. And let's see if I can do this without a technical glitch. One moment, please. Here we go. There we go. Sham, just give me a thumbs up if the sound is working. No?
No, the sound's no work.
Okay, technical glitch. Let's see if I can. Let's try this. I'll just put on a bit. Does that work?
It's very loud.
Is what?
You can't hear it properly.
You can't hear. Oh, I don't know why. Put share sound. You just share and put sound share. Optimize for video. I'll try this. Optimize for video. Okay, I'll try a third time. You hear now? Is that working?
Yeah, we can hear some.
Okay, I'll go back to the beginning. Okay, here we go. Srila Prabhupada told us that there's no more important activity than Sankirtan in the street. It's actually the core of our mission. He even said that Sankirtan first, then chant your 16 rounds, although Gurudeva emphasized more. And then he put temple worship, temple activities lower down. Said, if you don't have time, lock up the temples and do Sankirtan. That was the emphasis he put on Sankirtan. And I think that it's true to say that in this period of quite extreme world turbulence, with so many people suffering around the world from either losing their jobs or their livelihoods or their loved ones or being ill themselves or incapacitated, so many people have died or been displaced or dislocated as a result of COVID, and who knows what may come next. It emphasizes and re-emphasizes the importance of Sankirtan. I can say that in London, we did Sankirtan all the way through lockdown. We only got dispersed by the police once. And people, even in the middle of lockdown, they were so happy that that devotees could come out and still be joyous in the middle of such despondency. So we have a duty and obligation, and also a message of love to the whole world through Sankirtan. And so on July the 11th, as the video expressed, on July the 11th, which is actually Rath Yatra in Puri, we selected it for that reason, to have a real yagya for the world. We're aiming to have 108 Sankirtans around the world. We've already got 46 cities and towns signed up, from as far apart as Sao Paulo in Brazil to Karachi in Pakistan, which is quite amazing, because I'm sure it's probably illegal there. So we have incredible participation. We want to get to 108. So if you would like to organize a Sankirtan, or you may know someone who you think, oh, they're great at Sankirtans, they're great at organizing that. If you know someone who's great at organizing a Sankirtan, either you or the other person, please go on to www.worldsankirtanday.com, and there's on the bar, there is on the navigation bar, there is organize a Kirtan button, and it's a very, very simple form. It's about 3 or 4 fields, and you let us know where you want to organize it and your details, and then we'll be in touch with you. So please, I beg you, we beg you to feel the inspiration from Parampara for this activity, and we promise that this will be an annual event. So we'll start with 108 cities, and who knows how many cities in the world by 2030. Who knows how many cities in the world, how many towns will be participating, and how many people will be participating. I was once in a museum in London, learning about the history of the pilgrimage to Mecca. And in 1900, they only had about 5,000 pilgrims to Mecca. Now they have millions and millions and millions and millions and millions. There's no reason why, on a worldwide basis, we can't exceed this. So Dandavat Pranams, and I hope we have your blessings for this seva. Hari Bol. And we're going to now finish the program with some beautiful bhajan from Taruni. Taruni, you're on mute at the moment. Taruni. Oh, can't unmute. Okay, someone asked unmute. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Technology is always baffling, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I was actually.
Yeah, that could only have been my fault or Sham. So out of the two, I'll pick my fault. More likely.
No problem. I thought to just sing Jai Radha Madhava actually, and then
beautiful. Yeah, why not? That's great.
Jnanatimidandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janabala Jaya Girivaradari Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janabala Jaya Girivaradari Girivaradari Yashodanandana Praja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Praja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Kunja Bihari, Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari, Jai Kunja Bihari, Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari, Jai Giribharadari, Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari, Jai Giribharadari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya, Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Jai Shri Gaura Premanande, Hari Bol.
Beautiful, Taruni. I'm going to have to find out what kind of bird you are as well. You might be the same kind of bird as Nalini, but you may be a different kind. We'll find out.
Yeah, not the one that lives in my roof.
A bird that doesn't get out your room. Oh, that reminds me, actually, when I was initiated on the last day of Kartik in '96, I came back to, with my ex-wife, I came back to where we were staying, this very simple kind of goshala. And the rooms, I don't know if you remember, in India, they're kind of like locked up, like grills on the window, locked, padlocked. I mean, there's no way you can get in and out. And I opened up my room, and there was a huge, I mean, really big parrot flying around the room. There was no way he could have got in or out. It was just a completely mystical experience. I told Gurudev, and he sort of gave me one of his right eyebrow raises. So it was very sweet pastime. So Hari Bol, everybody. Thank you for a beautiful program. Have a wonderful day, and Dandavat Pranams.